Hey everyone, in today's hug, we're going to talk about nuts. All right, today we're going to talk about my favorite nuts as well as sprouting and why it's important. So essentially what sprouting does is you simply take any raw nuts that you purchase and you soak them in water for at least 6 hours. And you let them soak a little bit and then rinse it. Let them soak a little bit and then rinse it. Like if you take almonds, a cup of almonds, and soak them overnight, when you wake up, that water is going to be like really yucky looking. But you need to do that if you want to make your own almond milk, which is another thing I highly recommend doing. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But sprouting helps with so many things. One is it increases the nutrients that you get out of the nut because it comes through that protective coating. It increases the amino acids by as much as 30%. It also will increase vitamins and minerals. So that is really, really important, right? I mean, why do we eat food? It's to get the nutrients out of it. So the other thing that sprouting will do is it will take away the anti-nutrients from the food. And that would be like phytic acid and lectins. So those are in the food to essentially ward off pests. And so they're just not good for our bodies. They can create a lot of inflammation and also decrease nutrient absorption from the other foods that we're eating. And lastly, it will improve the nutrient absorption because when it removes the phytic acid and lectins, it allows every morsel to absorb into your body. And it's super simple. Just buy them raw and then soak them. And then if you want to roast them, you can roast them yourself. That is really easy. You just take dried walnuts. So say you're going to do walnuts, which we have 7 walnut trees. So I do that a lot. But after you soak them, you let them dry. And then you put them in the oven on a cookie sheet in a cold oven. You put the nuts in and you set the timer or you set the temperature for 300. Then what you do is you set the timer for 10 minutes. And when the timer goes off, you turn the oven off, leaving the nuts in and let them cool inside the oven. And next thing you know, you have home roasted and sprouted walnuts. Super delicious and good for you. They are high in omega-3s and really good for your brain health. Notice that they look like a little brain. So walnuts are one of my favorite nuts around. Now let's get back to the almonds. So almonds are really good for you. They're a simple, easy snack, but you can make the almond milk. So first you soak a cup of almonds overnight and then you rinse them and then you put them in a blender with 4 cups of water and you pulverize it. Like you really want one of those really good blenders. I have a Blendtec. And then you strain it and you have instant almond milk. Super good. So lastly, you want to be careful of the starchier nuts like peanuts and cashews because they are higher in calories. They're actually legumes. And peanuts, I love peanut butter. It's like one of my favorite foods. I just don't eat it very much. It's a high pesticide crop. So you always want to get organic for sure. Also, a lot of the times when they store peanuts, they gather mold. And that can affect many of us differently. But just eating foods that are high mold content isn't good for us at all. So peanuts are on that debatable or controversial food list. So if you have a little bit and make sure it's organic, not so bad, but just be careful you're not going to be eating those every day. Okay? All right, that finishes it up for now. Time for a big fat juicy hug. Ooh. Sending you so much love, joy, and peace today. Make it a beautiful day, my friends. Bye for now.